Shaggy right here, and welcome to this free talk show. And on my right hand side is
Samuel and
to my left,
Bewa.
And to our left,
I'm Yomi.
Alright, in this in this segment of free talk show, we're going to be talking about parenting, and under that parenting we'll be looking at the behavior between our parents behave towards their kids when there is an issue between their kids. So first of all, we want to talk about what we understand as a parent, or what is parenting. So Sam, what do you think about parenting?
To me, I just think parenting is the relationship between the parent and their child. To me.
Alright. And Bewa?
To me, I would say parenting is the act of bringing up a child, the act of raising a child. It's not necessarily biological, because parenting could be, you can choose to parent anybody you choose to parent. You can adopt a child and still parent him. So I'll say parenting is the act of raising a child.
And Yumi, what do you think about?
Yeah, I think it's an act of raising a child. It's a way of guiding a child and teaching them how to do the right thing.
And to me, one thing I think about parenting is, how to correct a child when a child goes wrong. So, what we have said to Bewa, you said parenting could be anybody you call or you want to parent.
Yeah.
So can you expatiate more on that, because people would like to understand, can I just get anybody out there and parent them?
Sure, you can get anybody out there. Like, I won't necessarily say get anybody out there and parent.
Okay.
First, before you call yourself a parent, you must have everything that it entails to be a parent.
Okay.
Like the monetary, the psychological aspect.
Okay.
Because psychologically, if you are not fit, if you are not matured enough to raise a child, you're not fit enough to be called a parent.
Yeah.
So before you start to be, you call yourself a parent, you must have everything that it entails to be a parent.
Sure.
Then you go into it whether you want to be a biological parent or you want to adopt, whether legally or you just have siblings or your family living with you. It's still parenting. Raising up whoever is under your roof. You clothe the person, you tell him or her what to do right. That is parenting. It's not necessarily, when I give birth to this, because I gave birth to this person, that means I'm the parent of this person.
Yeah.
You might not be the biological parent, but you can be a guardian. That is still parenting.
Alright. And that leads me to Yomi. You said parenting is all about guiding a child to a stage that they've grown up. So what do you want to talk about guiding a child or children?
Yeah, like what she said, parenting, don't necessarily have to be a direct thing, like whereby you give birth to you conceive a child and give birth to the particular child. I want to say parenting is just an opportunity and avenue whereby you stand as a role model, whereby you are leading, you are teaching, you imbibe a lot of values into a child's life. Parenting, we can call it teacher. Part of the job of a teacher is parenting.
Sure. Right. Sure.
Yeah, because it's not everyone that have the opportunity to give birth to a child that we can really refer to as a parent.
Yeah.
So which means you have to be mentally qualified. You have to be financially qualified sometimes. And we can, this thing is practical. We all knows about it. It's not all parents that have all the requirements.
Sure.
So which means if we are talking about qualification, it's not everyone that are qualified. Yet you have to play your role as a parent. So sometimes the fact that you don't have money, should not stop you from having a child.
Sure.
So the fact that you have money don't qualifies you as a parent. But right now, I think we are trying to talk about good parenting, how to raise. Are we talking about quality of a good parent?
No, we've not got into that. We were just, trying to buttress your points when you said guiding a child.
Yeah.
And you said it's all about relationship, right?
Yes.
Between a father and their children, or between a mother and their children. So can you, just give us a little bit of expansion on that?
Thank you. So the reason why I said it's like a relationship between parent and their child is because, according to Bewa, what she said it doesn't have to be that the parents are the biological being of the child, right? So I think it's just, parenting is basically, to me, it's just like the day-to-day activities between anybody you're with. Okay, so we regard, according to my age group, or let me say my knowledge, we regard people that are older than us to be elders, or let's say parents, right? So I think parenting majorly means relationship that I have that is in between me and someone that is older than me that I have access to. You understand me? So that's all I see parenting to be. And according to Yomi, parenting also, like, to be a good parent or to be qualified, or to have the ability to parent someone, you must have those good qualities and all those stuff. So I basically said relationship because that's what I understand it to be.
Well, I said parenting is all about correcting a child. So, with my own perspective of correcting a child, there are so many ways we can correct a child, right? So that will bring me to another question. Nice. So for instance, now I have a child, and there was something that went wrong with myself and the child. Maybe the child insulted me and I felt angry. Now I pick up my belt or picked up my cane and flog the child. So can I angrily correct the child, or I have to correct him in a different manner? Because in my own perspective, I am angry. And I believe as a parent, I have to be angry so that the child will give me my own respect. So that's the perspective I'm coming from, because that's where I'm choosing it from. So to Yomi now, should I as a parent correct my child in an angry way because I choose my own?
Let me start by saying the Bible even says anger rests in the bosom of a fool.
Okay, I'll cut you there. Okay. You said anger rests in the bosom of a fool. Okay, but the Bible also says, like, train your child in the right way.
And when it grows,
it will not depart from me.
Aside from that, the Bible also says that in the heart of a child is madness, and you have to use a rod
to get it out.
Can you please hear? Can you guys please hear me? Can you just give me a moment? Okay. The reason why I'm coming up that way is that you said a child, maybe your child offends you.
Yeah.
And you get mad and that's a response. And
a response.
That's the way we respond to whatever issue that come up matters. Be you parenting or in any relationship. So the reason why I came up that way is I'm trying to highlight that anger. The fact that you have to correct your child doesn't have to be with anger. But yet, I think human being, every one of us can easily get mad for whatever reason. And what I'm saying is that we have control over ourselves more than each other. But and in another word, it depends on the offense of the child. But when we are talking about a child here right now, talking about parenting, talking about all these things we are talking about, is that the main goal of you being the leader, a guardian, a parent of any child is to make sure you are trying to achieve something good in the life of that child. So which means you are a leader.
Sure.
You are, and so this will lead us to the role or the quality of a good leader, the quality of a good parent. So now somebody offends you, your child offends you, the first thing you have to be able to define love. You understand?
Yeah.
And now when you are bringing in anger, there is high tendency that you may do what you are not supposed to do. In the process of correcting a child, anger can make you to, injure the child. You can even kill the child. You yourself can even get hurt. And by the time the anger is out of it, by the time your eyes calm down, you will discover that this is no more correction.
Yeah.
So that's why I came up that way. So you see the reason why you should exercise patience a little bit. You can take a little zip.
All right, thank you, Yobi. So our audience, please try to comment about this session that we are talking about, this anger issue. And what would you do to your child if you get angry? Will you correct your child in love, or you will get a cane and whoop the child? So back to Samuel. Sam.
Yeah.
So
Sam.
Yeah, Samuel.
It's fine.
Sam. So now, what would you say in your own response to him, because you kind of went against him?
Yes. I went against him.
Yeah.
About the anger issue, because I think sometimes, as a parent or as an elder, you remember the way you were brought up, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So like right now, I'm a child, still not my parent, right?
Yeah.
So I talked about anger the other time, that you need to discipline a child. So, and the reason why I said anger is because sometimes there's something they call pretense anger. I don't know if you understand. Like, you have to sometimes intimidate the person you're trying to correct, so they can actually take to act what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
So the reason why I come to with you with that Bible verse that you said anger so I mean, as a parent, sometimes you have to show your child that you are furious. So if you don't show your child that you are furious, I mean, you might not achieve anything. That was why I came with that option.
Thank you, Sam. So now, Bewa, what do you think? Because you didn't really say anything when we were talking. So what do you think? What is your take?
I kept quiet because I was remembering something I saw on the internet last week.
Okay.
I saw something on Instagram, that happened in Nigeria. This mother got into her daughter's room and met her with another lady. In Africa, Nigeria precisely, gay, LGBT is a serious offense.
Yeah.
And when you're a Christian, we go against such acts.
Sure.
So the mother got.
Christian. Sorry for cutting you off. Not even only a Christian, even Muslims and other people.
Yeah, they don't support it.
Yeah.
So this woman got into her daughter's room and met her with her friend.
Wow.
Caught them in the act, doing this lesbianism act.
Okay.
And guess what the woman did? She hit the lady with whatever and killed her.
Is it a child? She killed her daughter.
A child. And the girl eventually died.
Wow.
Guess what's going to happen to that woman? First, she'll be charged to court, and in Africa there's death by hanging and all this. That will be considered as murder. You will only go for death by go to jail if it is manslaughter or whatever. But if it is murder, they're gonna kill her. So guess what's gonna happen? I was like, I felt so bad with him, if only this woman could have exercised some patience. Fine, our children can push us to the extent that we'll get really mad.
Sure.
You feel like, why did I have this child? Why would she do this? I was raised in such a way, in such manner, but I don't have the intention of raising my kids in such manner, because my mom will get really mad. At a point I was like, is it because this woman is a single mother? Is that why she's transferring the aggression or something? But that's the only way. That was the way they were training kids in our own generation. But I don't see it as the best way.
Right.
To me, you can get angry, but not too much. Not to the extent of injuring a child. Getting too mad at a child will only chase the child away from you, not drawing the child closer to you. I don't think you guys are getting.
Get your point.
It won't it won't get the child closer to you, it will only chase the child away.
All right, thank you, Bewa. So now, Samuel, you said something about you being under your parents.
Yes.
So that means you're talking from the perspective of a teenager or a young adult.
God bless you.
So now, my question is, how you should now. I want you to speak for the young people who are going to be watching us right now.
Okay.
So how do you think parents should act towards you young generation, because our generation is kind of different from yours. So how do you think the relationship should be?
Okay, so speaking in terms of relationship, as a parent, you will want you want to become the closest friend to your child. It might not even be your child, it might be maybe your siblings or something, like our previous definition of parenting, right?
Yeah.
So most of the bad habits we learn as young adults, as teenagers, are from our friends. And if you take a look at the definition of friends, what do we define friends? Like, friends is just like the close person that we share everything about ourselves
Intimacy with.
Intimacy with, exactly.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah,
for that.
yeah.
So basically, if our parents doesn't give enough effort to be our friend, our closest friend, first of all, there will be division. There will no be unity, right?
Yeah.
And once there's no unity, those things comes in. So as a peer, as a young adult, speaking on behalf of other young adults or other things that are still under the parents,
Yeah.
I will respectfully tell our parents or our elders that try to be the closest friend as you can be to your child or to the person you're parenting.
Yeah.
Sure.
That way you will be able to know the actual intention of your child.
Sure.
Because we think okay, let me say it now. all the parents think they really know their child. Oh, my parents really think they know me. No, I know myself.
Yeah.
And you don't know anyone until you become their closest friend.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I have for now. Concerning that question.
All right.
So
So
let me say something. I think we're in this issue of parenting. I think where most of this issue or the challenges used to crop in is it's about individual, it's personal. Most of these things start individually. Before you know, these are parents we are talking about. They start from somewhere.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
you know, talking about quality of a good parent or parenting, either good or the bad ones, is always starting from a place. One day Sam is going to be a father. You know, one day every one of us will be parent. But
Sure.
how do we, like, what do you have in your containers right now? What is your quality? How do you relate with even your fellow human being, your friends?
Yeah.
How do you grow? Like, what kind of mentality do you have? Talking about bad parents, talking about good parents, we have them all out there. We have good parents. So because the reason why I'm trying to say this, Bewa was talking about our mom, that maybe she was harsh because she's a single mom, because of the pressure.
Yeah.
But that does, I feel like it doesn't have to. Sometimes it might contribute, the fact that you are raising your children alone, the stress and money, all that. But do you think that should affect your relationship with the child? And I want to say, the fact that you are a single father or mother doesn't make you to be strict. Because I didn't grow up in that kind of settings. I grew up with my father, my mom. But the word strict run in my parents' blood.
Sure.
They, like, there are some parents out there, like, when you commit any crime or any offense as a child, it's just going to be as if a baby lion coming, you offend both the lion and the lioness. The way they will bounce on you, and you will like, what? As a child growing up, when you offend your dad, you always want to look up to your mom, like, mom, plead on myself. But it happens in some family whereby the mom will always subdue caution the father, plead on your behalf, like, please. And sometimes Because the reason why I'm saying all this, it depends on how we all grew up.
Sure.
Where your father is coming from. Hold on. Where your father is coming from. Where your mom is coming from.
Yeah.
The kind of mentality they have before they come together.
Yes.
If your father is a fire and your mother is water, you know, you should know what you should expect. And if your mother carries the mentality of fire, your father carries the mentality of fire, you should know
Then you are going to bump watches.
you will become you yourself. And if you're able to survive it and grew up in that kind of settings, if you didn't change your own mindset, you will become electricity to your own children. So this is how it started.
Yeah, you're right.
And you know, sometimes it's good for both father and the mother to be able to come together and raise up their kids.
Yeah.
It's always good.
Yeah.
But I feel like every one of us need to first, we need to first work on ourselves. What you don't have, you can't give as a parent.
Definitely.
That's one of the best points. What you don't have, you can't give.
You can't give. And we've seen a lot of situations whereby the father has a lot to offer.
Yeah.
Because there's no how we talk about parenting that we will not talk about marriage, we are talking generally about the family.
Yeah.
So this topic right now is a very complex one. It's a very, it's very
wide.
big. It's very wide.
Yeah.
So there is no how we want to talk about parenting. We touch the bad parents. We talk about the factors that make them to be bad parents. Where we talk about the ones that are good. And there are some that feels like they are good parents, and yet they are not helping the children. We've seen a disciplined father, mother trying to raise a disciplined children, and yet they fail. But the most important thing is that we all need God to be able to raise human. You are raising another, if it's a boy or a girl, you are raising somebody like you. But I think from what Bewa said, where most parents make that mistake is the problem that many people encounter, the problem that affects almost everybody. When human being, when we are given little opportunity to lead, because most parents sees themselves as your leader. They see themselves as your leader. They see themselves as your boss. Like they knew how you came up. They gave birth to you. Ever since you came to this home, they've been feeding you.
Don't have any
that natural pride. That's where it's number one. It starts from pride, and that's why most time the fact that you are a father or the fact that you are a mother don't make you to always right in everything you do.
Yes.
But how many parents out there try to apologize to their 1-year-old child? You feel like, oh, you turned my book, you did it, and later you discover, oh, I made a mistake. I was the one that did it yesterday. Most parents will never apologize to that 1-year-old because they feel like he doesn't know what he's doing. And that, I feel like, let me just stop from there.
So that brings me to the question that you just brought up now of should a parent apologize to their child when they are wrong, and they know that they are wrong within themselves. Now, for instance, Sam's dad disciplined Sam, and he disciplined him in a very wrong way. So is it the responsibility of Sam's dad to apologize? Because coming from our setting, we know where we came from. We're all from Africa. And
are you trying to say we all came from the den of lion? No, my dad, my mom, they are very nice.
What do you think as a parent? Should a parent apologize to their kid?
Let me start by saying this. Citing my mom as an example doesn't mean my mom was harsh.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I don't want us to have that misconcept that
where is Bewa's mom? Bewa's mom. By the time I will meet, I'm like, is she
my mom was not harsh, but I just saw you having this responsibility of 2 people all on yourself. Like I was raised in a very large family. So for my mom to be the only one shouldering everything,
it could be very stressful.
The single mothers out there knows what I'm talking about. I know the stress she was passing through, and when you are attaining some ages like the teenager, the teens age, there are some characters that you want to show up as a child, which will be very, very frustrating, which could be frustrating for a mother, a single mother. So I didn't say my mother was harsh or was a bad mother. No, she's a good mother, and I give her kudos for that. So back to your question. You said, should a parent apologize to a child when they're wrong? Yeah, a parent should be able to apologize. But first, let me talk about this. Yomi said something about a lion raising a lion. There is one thing in this life that parents fail to look into. For instance, you're raising a child and you discover that this child is becoming wayward. Who were you when you were young?
That's the question.
Like, they called you from your child's school that your child was trying to molest a girl in class, because it happened. We're in America, a lot of things happen. Your child was trying to maybe touch a lady's private part, for instance, or something, and the next thing you got really mad. Check yourself first. Who were you? If you are a Christian, if you are a pastor, if you are a minister, if you're a Muslim, or wherever you choose to call yourself, were you once a wayward person? There's something we call hereditary. There are some things, the same way you heredate maybe diabetes, sickness and disease and all stuff like that. You can inherit character from
your parents.
Too.
Sure.
Don't blame the child always. Look beyond what the child is doing presently. Check yourself. Before I changed,
who was I
before I changed? So when you discover that, okay, this child is trying to emulate what I dropped back then, that wouldn't stop you from correcting the child. But with the help of God, with prayers, with advice, with getting close, and whenever the child goes wrong, we all of us, even leaving a child or parents aside, everybody in life, we are bound to do what is wrong. We are bound to offend each other. Pride is when you say, oh, she's too small, I can't say sorry, or it's too small, I can't say sorry. For instance, Sam, as he is, if his dad happens to be working with someone of his age and he offends that person, won't he say sorry to that person? If somebody of Sam's age is your dad's boss at work, when he offends him, won't he say sorry to him? So what stops? That's where they get it wrong. So what stops you from telling your child, I'm sorry for what I did, I shouldn't have acted that way? But I think African parents, why they don't like to apologize is the child is too small. He's still in that teenage age that when you apologize, we have friends like that when you apologize to them, they believe you are weak. They believe, oh, she came to apologize to me, that means she's weak, that means she can't do without me and all that. That was why I believe that was why the parents, they feel like, don't let me apologize to this child so that I won't limit my respect before him. If you look at our parents closely, you see that logically they will come to you trying to drive you back, draw you back to themselves. They won't say verbally that, oh, I'm sorry for what I said the other time, I was wrong. They will never say it.
No. But there are some parents who comes to their children and apologize. But I want to say, trying to raise good or bad, let's call it good children, raising good children. The fact that you apologize to a child, I know we are all talking about maturity. That's what we are trying, like, for you to be able to raise anybody, you need to work on relationship. And for you to be able to have a good relationship with everybody, it starts from you, right? And so when you talk, working on yourself, you'll be able to define yourself, like, know if you are proud. I know we are, every human being have high tendency. to pride. You know, but your ability to work on yourself, on that pride, makes you to, you know, to be different.
Makes you a better person.
And that, because all human beings, we have, you know, we are
naturally born.
Yeah. So
all right, guys. On this segment of how well do you know your artist? Because some people will boast, oh, I know my artist, I know everything, I know their song, everything. So on this segment, we're going to be giving you one particular song that you don't know. You don't even know we're going to give you that. And you will mind to it. So today, I have 2 raps in here. As you all know, we have 2 teams on this program, on this show. First, I'm going to pass this on to the executive team. That's my team, guys.
And we are team Team Tunde. Oh, sorry, Team Trump. No, sorry, Team Joe Biden.
So
oh, sorry.
I'm gonna pass.
What's
this.
the name of our team?
Team Patriots.
Patriots.
Yeah.
I'm a proud patriot.
Yeah.
Let's do like this.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass this on to my colleague right here. He's gonna pick one and we'll see.
No partial.
Oh my shit.
And Shegzi is going to be representing my team.
Exactly.
Yeah, I picked one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have 2 raps here. I'm gonna pick one of the raps and see which of our team sings first. We have 2 teams. We have executive team.
They know we are
That's
the
my team.
best.
And we have the
Exactly. We
Patriots.
are the best. The Patriots.
So let me go ahead and we are fully ready, guys.
All right. Let's
So
see.
right here I have team executive.
We're the best.
Oh, sorry. Team
Oh
executive.
yes, executive.
No.
So
we are the best. Team Patriots.
So I will go ahead and. Who is your favorite artist?
David Jones.
David Jones.
Yes, David.
David Jones.
Okay, David Jones.
Who is David Jones?
How well do you know David Jones?
I know David Jones is someone who passes message across to youths to stop dealing drugs, and I think I love his melody. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
That's interesting. I think I will look him up after the show because I don't really know much about David Jones.
Nice.
So, how well do you know David Jones?
I know David Jones as a wife and I think a little kid, female, and maybe he's an Igbo guy. I don't really know.
Really?
But I just
Okay.
I love his song so much. Like I have passion for his songs.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Fully ready.
Yes.
There we go, guys. All right.
DJ.
Yeah, DJ.
DJ David Jones.
Yes, I'm ready.
There you go.
DJ.
Please don't mess up.
Now you dey make me simple.
I know. Hello, guys.
You dey make me
Audience, you guys will be the judge.
you don't go for
Yeah, exactly. You guys will be the judge.
Please be the judge of this. Please do.
Please.
Jesus,
Just come up with something, please.
Come now, say put on me. I got me go bomb. No, say put on me, no be you.
You should stop.
Now you dey make me simple. The day you dey make me, I gonna love you. I don't know, you don't go far, and I don't know. The day you dey make me, I'm not of you. Create a better tomorrow. I can't be for what you done, then I'll be you. I can't be for what you done, then I'll be you. Abasi body do. Abasi man. Abasi Abasi Edidio, Abasi all, Abasi Be, Abasi Siede, and didn't go away. Abasi no.
You know what? It's okay.
Alright guys, we've had enough of that. Like, at least he tried.
Good job. Let's give him a round of applause.
Now,
Party exec.
alright guys, we killed this. I know, we nailed it.
Yeah,
Team executive, we nailed it.
I don't think so.
It was fire, it was bad. Kudos.
Just calm down.
Yeah.
Did he say anything?
No.
I didn't even hear what he was singing.
Okay.
Let's wait.
Just wait. It's your turn, guys. It's your turn. Oh, okay. May I know who your favorite artist is?
My favorite artist is Davido.
Davido.
Yeah.
Okay.
OBO. Baddest.
Okay. Oh, how well do you know Davido? Who is Davido? Where is it from? And why do you like Davido?
Well, it's been a while. I've known Davido since around 2012 when he came out with Madame Miduro. And I've always been following Davido. Even when Whiskey came out, I never even really liked Whiskey, but Davido has been on top of my game. You get it?
Okay. Where is it from?
Yeah, it's from Nigeria.
Okay. All right, let's go, Davido. DJ Davido.
Wait a minute. Let him. Are you ready? Yeah, let's go.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Team Patriots.
Team
Just
Patriots.
wait. Watch out for them. DJ, are you ready? Give me Davido.
Joa, my baby, Joa, my baby, Joa, my baby, Joa, Joa. Can you go for me, sir? Oh yeah, this song I've not really learned this song, but I sing it. Yeah.
Davido, I hope you can see this.
Go shake.
Go sexy, go check.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
No, you took time.
Okay.
Do I mean Joe, I so baby Joe, baby.
Is this praise and worship?
I don't even know.
Joe, into my eyes, so baby Joe, I so baby Joe,
I know
baby.
Executive.
Joe, my baby Joe, my baby Joe.
You gotta keep singing, okay?
Yeah.
I think time is
So
up.
man.
Alright, I know our viewers knows who won this game. Team executive will won it with swags.
Let's see. Let's leave this to the audience. Okay?
Thank you. So back to.
So the audience are gonna judge this. Yeah, you're not gonna be.
So this is the end of the segment. See you guys next week. Bye.
Don't forget to like, comment, and
subscribe.
see you in the next video.
Click it.
Bye bye.
Oh
Bye.
shit.
Oh yeah, I want to win.
Yeah, to winner.
Yeah.